Well, we have a large roster this year, all of our fifth-year players returning, so I think the biggest thing is trying to escape the fall as healthy as it could be. Also making sure we got a lot of experience for our freshman class, really talented freshman class. So we thought this was a really good opportunity philosophically to change things around and kind of played our team in units. Every opportunity that we had, I think it was 5 separate weekends of competition. So we felt like that worked out really good. It was different, refreshing for a lot of our fifth-year players who have been here for a while. But also for our freshmen, the opportunity to play with some of the older players. So I think we accomplished what we looked for. We played different levels of competition. With a team that returns our top 10 goal scorers, we feel really good about where we're positioned right now. We're ahead, a little bit ahead of where we've been the last couple of years. I don't think so. I think when you have a lot of returners, a lot of veteran, leadership, I think they have a pretty good idea of what to expect. I think our freshmen. We accelerated. I thought their progress was real noticeable. I think they made great strides during the fall, and I think there's been a number of them that'll be major contributors for us as we get closer to the spring. Yeah, it's a great group. It's 5 of them, which is the most we've had on our roster. But I think the years when our goaltending's been at its best, there's been great competition in the crease. There's obviously on game day, there's one goalie's name's called. It's not a position like attack where there's 3 or 4 out there. So there's an internal competition, but it's a healthy one. So I think that's something our goalie coach Greg Michelli does a really good job of making sure that those guys are in the right mindset. I think we play a goalie-friendly system defensively, so we don't let up a lot of shots. So it is a different type of goaltending here than it is in because we play such a zone-heavy scheme. But I look at the growth we've had in the goal, and it's a great competition. I think we have obviously Emily Manning that's coming in as a transfer student, and Aaliyah that's returning. We have 2 talented freshmen. Francesca Videretti also returns as being somebody that that redshirted last year. So the competition is really good. It's spread out in classes, but we feel really good. I think Emily did a great job this fall, and as the America East goalie of the year, her transferring in, and she's done a really good job transitioning into the goal. But I think she's got a lot of real stiff competition, so that'll be something fun to keep an eye on as we get into preseason. Yeah, this time of the year is tricky, right? Because you're finishing your weekends of competition, and now you're in a situation where you're back into an 8-hour period and there's a lot more individual time. So we've ramped up the conditioning. I think that's something we're putting a really large emphasis on. And our players have bought into that. I think in order for us to get somewhere we haven't been, I think we got to change, philosophically change some things. So that's something we're looking into. We're revving that up, where in the past maybe we eased off a little bit in November, December. So we're trying to bridge that gap between the end of fall and the start of the spring season. So, our leadership group, our captains have been really, really good in buying into, different things that we wanted to do as a group, and they've been part of that decision making, which, they have ownership in that. So I think that's a big part of, for our players to really feel good about the strides that we're making, and then being the ones making the decisions of what path we're taking. They're absolute legends. I love both of them like family. Both of them are different personalities, but they're both tremendous lacrosse players, different types of players. But they were one of the best duos the sport's ever seen. When you look what those guys have done, it's just incredible. I don't think a week goes by where I don't reference one of them to the team and just talking about the impact they made and their approach to the game. I talk to them both often. Kylie's around town a little bit more, but Murph is somebody who her and I had a really strong connection. She's somebody who gets it, and somebody that I think had to do it a little different, and she crushed it. So both of those guys, I think we bring recruits in, and we talk about those guys. So even though they graduated a long time ago and they're Hall of Famers now, which makes me feel really old, but they don't stop. Their impact on this program will never go away, and I think it'll be something that I think seeing 17 and 18 running around this field was something that I think when living through it, I'm not sure the fans knew how good we had it through those times, but they're incredible people.